and come in and get it. So,
That's what
Oh,
that's
well,
what
you rhymed. You're a poet and didn't know it. You rhymed that one.
there you
my
go.
So your attendees don't
It's
take a
not a
beating.
tarantula.
So welcome everyone with a warm greetings. That's very nice, Diana. Thank you. I like that. What was it? Someone said something else.
Oh, that was much better than mine. I said, so your attendees don't take a beating.
Right.
Which one do you guys like better? I don't know. They're both great.
Uh,
Or he'll get a
Hoping
beating,
and
Anthony.
greeting.
I'd vote for the warm greeting.
Okay. You guys are a bunch of sweethearts. Welcome everyone with a warm greeting. Very good. Make sure in winter you have underfloor heating. That's great. Oh, thank you. That tarantula got Donna's heart beating. There we go. All right, great. So, welcome everyone with a warm greeting. John's number one tip: stand up inside your meeting. Welcome everyone with a warm greeting. Great, you guys are amazing. Um, Nikki's in the basement. Nikki, I use this. So I live in California. It's not that cold, but sometimes I have to do really early morning things. And I have this little heater, this little ground heater that heats up my toes for me. I turn it on when it's cold in my office. Just letting you know there's solutions out there. But okay, great. It's not a tarantula. That's good to hear, Donna. Although tarantulas are actually very timid creatures and don't have very strong venom. All right.
They're outside. I feed those. But this one, yeah. Indoor, no.
All right. Great job on that one. I got one more line I need help with. Okay. Here it is. Lisa taught us 3 skills for telling stories with art. Lisa taught us 3 skills for telling stories with art. So it's something, something, something rhymes with art. Okay. So once again, get poetic. Looking for it's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like a 7-syllable line, and the last word rhymes with art. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Karen said that got my heart beating, and I'm not even there. Karen, you're scared of spiders? I think it's the 3rd most popular phobia. The first one is public speaking. The second is heights, and I think spiders is 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 4th. And my daughter's terrified of spiders. It doesn't take much to make you look smart. Very good, Michelle. I like that a lot. Very good. Anybody else got something they want to toss in the chat? Doesn't take much to make you look smart. That's great. I love it.
What was the line again from Lisa?
Let me read it for you one more time. I should have typed it in the chat, everybody. I'm sorry. So it was. Type this in there.
Donna hit you up with the no sorry zone. That should make the song.
Okay, it was.
Lisa taught us 3 things about art.
Skills. Lisa taught us 3 skills telling stories with art. Lisa taught us 3 skills for telling stories with art. We have it doesn't take much to make you look smart, which I love. It's very good. Thank you, Michelle. If we get one more, that'd be great. And then John's just greeting people. All right, very cool. I'm really excited about this. So just while you're thinking of being poetic, I'll just tell you, not more stick figures to make you look smart. That's cool. I remember her talking about stick figures, right? No more stick figures. Okay. Which one do you like better? I like the mention of stick figures because it was specific. This will go deep to your heart. It opens up your mind and heart. Drawing star and keyhole people shows your heart. Oh, that's nice, Diana.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Drawing star and keyhole people.
Diana, you're the new chat master today, by the way. I just want to let you know that.
All right, we got some good ones in there. All right, great. And then I'm going to grab this other one. No, not more stick figures to make you look smart. I remember talking about stick figures, so that's a good one. Awesome. So let's see. It's no, not. So I'm copying and pasting. All right, very cool. So great job. Great job. Fantastic. I've got everything I need now to finish the song. Got all those great words like edutainment, 24 drops on a penny. But Now I've got some actual contributions that you have thrown in that look great, and hands over ground. And then we're going to make a classic rock song with those three iconic chords, G, D, and C. So what'll happen is tomorrow I won't be here in the morning, but I'll be joining you, and I will perform the finished song for all of you tomorrow. So we'll get to hear it, and then I'll have more surprises for you at that time as well. So great job, everybody. Hold on, let me give everybody a round of applause. Well done. And then, so that's all. I'm going to step back now, and I'm going to hand it over to you, our host, our fearless leader. Turn it over to John. Thank you, John. Over to you.
All right, everybody, give it up. Put your hands in the air for John. Give him a little air guitar. There you go. Excellent. Yeah, John will be here tomorrow, so you want to be here at noon tomorrow. He's taking all of your suggestions, so keep track of some of these suggestions, and you're going to actually see them put in action on Friday, and that actually will become the official song for this Engaging Virtual Meetings conference. I am going to create some kind of recap video to that song, and so do some funny stuff on screen, and you might find yourself slightly famous on my video. So, all right, excellent. So this morning, we have our opening keynote coming up. I met this person through one of my very good friends, Doug Peterson, and he let me know that she had a talk coming up that was really, really important. And said, I think she needs your help. So we got introduced, and I loved meeting her. She's so hospitable. She has one of the most amazing houses I've ever got a chance to see. And more importantly, she's really has this amazing story. And we took this story, and now you're going to get a chance to see what we did with it. And she really used this not for her own benefit, but to help others. And that's what I loved about it. She's become one of the top 200 brokers in the United States, right? She's become very successful, and she's also hosted me on her radio show called The Money Hour. Check it out. She actually brought me back for a full episode, and I gave a whole bunch of tips where her and was it Keenan, her host, were going, oh my gosh, what is this guy doing? We have no idea. So put your hands together for the one and only Tina Mitchell.
Thank you for the introduction with my song Dream. You can go to YouTube, type in Dream by Tina Mitchell. I am not the singer. You definitely would not want to hear me sing. I hired Emily, a local jazz singer here in our local market in Seattle. So it's an honor to be here with you today. Thank you for coming with an open heart and an open mind. I would like to share a story of tragedy to triumph. I will share my own story in hopes that you can connect your journey in life with mine and see if you fight for your life, you can live the life that you want to live. I believe that life throws us tragedy so we can share our story of triumph on the other side, but you must fight through your tragedies to make it to the other side. Your life is like a road trip. When you travel, you use a map to get from one destination to another. Even with a map, you can take a wrong turn. Along the way are signs with life lessons, and the road you choose will determine your life direction and your life experiences. Your life is a journey of discovery, a discovery of who you are and what you will contribute to this world. Are you ready to take a journey with me today? If you are, go ahead and type in the chat, I'm in. Go ahead and type in the chat. Let me know that you're in for a journey. My personal motto is live your dream now. It's not to reach for an extraordinary life. It's to embrace every second of your day. And through that process, you will live an extraordinary life. So I would like just to take a minute here, and I'm sure you have a notepad taking notes during this 5-day amazing, engaging virtual conference that we're having, and just write down your most recent win. John will put on some inspirational music to get you in a dream space. So what is your most recent win? Your smallest win?
It'll be here in 1 second, Tina.
And I say small win because it's embracing those small wins that are going to take us to our big wins. Because if you're waiting to recognize and waiting for the big ones, then you're missing all of the small ones, which then not leading you to the big one. So go ahead and write down what's a small win that you've had. Write down as many as you can.
Here you go, Tina.
Thanks, John. You got a meeting with somebody that you were trying to connect with. You help somebody with your product and service. You got a new puppy. Your spouse said something nice to you. Just write down all of those big wins or the small wins.
Cindy said getting
All
on the
right.
new business.
Okay. You have a story. Each one of us do. And depending on the space that you're in and your perspective on life will determine whether you have the space created to share your gift with the world. I would like to share a poem with you written by Chanting Gorton, 11th grader from Brooklyn, New York. Today is the absolute worst day ever, and do not try to convince me that there is something good in every day, because when you take a closer look, this world is a pretty evil place. Even if some goodness does shine through once in a while, satisfaction and happiness do not last. And if it is not true that it is all in the mind and heart, because happiness, true happiness, can only be obtained only if one's surroundings are good. It is not true that good exists. I am sure that you can agree. The reality creates my attitude, and it is all beyond my control. And you will never in a million years hear me say that today is a good day. Now, when I read this poem, I thought for sure that this teenager was suicidal. But when you get to the end of the poem, there's very specific instructions to read the poem again, to read it from the bottom up. So let's go ahead and do that. You will never in a million years hear me say that today is a bad day. It is all beyond my control. My attitude creates the reality. I am sure you can agree that it is not true that good exists only if some surroundings are good. True happiness can be obtained because it is all in the mind and heart. And if it is not true, satisfaction and happiness do not last. Some goodness does shine through once in a while, even if this world is a pretty evil place. Because when you take a closer look, there is something good in every day. And do not try to convince me that today is the absolute worst day ever. Life hurts. But it's beautiful at the same time, is it not? What part of life do you look at? Do you focus on the positive or the challenges? Be very careful, my friends, because what you focus on will become your perspective. And depending on someone else's space, it may become their perspective as well. Let's go ahead and take another minute and go ahead and write down something that you're dealing with right now that doesn't really feel good. And how can you have a different perspective on that situation? So what seems to be a challenge or an obstacle? Or maybe somebody that is not treating you right or being fair to you. What's a different perspective that you can have? How can you look at that situation a little bit differently? by looking at it differently. Can that change your perspective? Growing up, I thought I had the most amazing dad in the entire world. I was definitely daddy's little girl, and we had a bond that cannot be broken. I can see and hear as if it were yesterday, my dad and I dancing and singing as loud as we could, along with the lyrics to ABBA. The memories of my dad will never fade. The magic tricks he did, the jokes he told, how he played me for hours, and how we laughed all the time. The problem was my dad was an alcoholic. But when he was drinking, he was never mean. Instead, the alcohol just made him crazy fun. The reality was, as he was masking his pain and masking his depression. Now, it was really stressful for my mom because my dad could not hold down a job. And my mom did everything that she could to keep a roof over our head. She would take my little sister and me to Pike Place Market, where we play our violins as street performers to help pay the bills. This is a picture of me in that bicentennial outfit, practicing my violin at my mom's friend's house before heading out to the market. The only thing that's missing from this picture is my matching bonnet. I hated that bonnet. I remember I used to pull it over my face in hopes my classmates made it down to the market, they would not recognize me. I was embarrassed and ashamed. But this experience is what drove me from a very young age to want to make money when I grew up, and fear of not having any like my mom and dad. Now, when things got too stressful for my mom and my dad would come home late at night after a night out drinking, my mom would come wake up my little sister and me, and she'd say, "Girls, wake up, grab your favorite stuffed animal and your blanket. We're going to the train station." The train station was my mom's special place. It was a place that she could escape her reality. It was a place that she could dream. We would get in the car and drive to the Tacoma train station, where we would stay for hours, sometimes late at night until early in the morning. When we arrived, we were alone. It was cold and dark, but it actually was a magical time and place. My mom would share stories of where we were going. We knew we were not going anywhere because we never did. But listening to my mom share the dream that she had for the three of us was addicting. Even though we were in a lonely place, my mom had the gift of visualization, and she took